What's going on, guys? This is Scream Truth, and today we're going to be talking about 2013 for RuneScape. So the big question is, will 2013 be the best year in RuneScape history? Now, I don't know. It's probably not going to be. But after looking at the lineup and then comparing it to this year, and how all the things this year kind of led up into next year, because now the game engine is able to run stuff that's going to be really epic. You know, it very well could be. So, with the evolution of combat, they can do a whole lot more with bosses now. So, does that mean that we're going to start to see things happen with, let's say, I don't know, the Calphite King? The Calphite King is coming out very early next year. We're going to actually see what the evolution of combat does with a monster that was built with that in mind. We're also going to see quest lines come to a close. Quest lines get reworked. We're going to see 2 new skills. It just seems like there's just so much that's coming out of 2013. How could it not be a great year? Well, first, if we want to find that out, we're going to have to go back track a little bit into the past years of RuneScape that actually made RuneScape fun. So, in the earlier years, the biggest thing that's different from now is that there weren't as many people online, there weren't as many bots, and, you know, the game just was a lot simpler. There wasn't all of this extra stuff, and armor, yeah, it only went up to Dragon at a point in time. And then when they released Barrows, you know, great. But the thing is, the game has changed since then. You know, the content has become a little bit more complicated. And it's almost unnecessarily so. RuneScape was a game of simplicity. And so that's why the years since then, the game seems to decline, because it's trying to transfer into a game that's not as simple anymore. It's trying to transfer into a modern MMO. So when EOC came out, we actually saw that step into the modern MMO game format of having a hotbar with different specials that you can use in your combat, or you can use it to skill. Now also, in the past, it was just so easy to skill. There just wasn't that many options to skill. You just do this, and you get experience. Now, there's just so many methods to it. And that can be a good thing at most points in time. But, you know, it just seems like everyone just wants to get that 99, and they're not doing it for fun anymore. You know, having those 99s isn't as prestigious as it was in, say, 2003 or something. You know, because in 2003, it gave you an edge. Now, pretty much everyone has 99s. And that's just because the new people for this game, they haven't started coming in yet. And it's really up to Jagex to get those new people to come into the game to refresh it and make it more fun. Now, other things that were different way back when, we were still on the fixed. We still didn't have HD yet for RuneScape. We didn't have any of those things. And you know what? We were happy with the game. So, did all of this stuff ruin the game? No. Did it definitely change the game? It changed how things are played. I mean, how many people don't play in resizable nowadays? How many people would like to play in HD graphics if you have the option to? You know, it's just, the game's a little bit different. And by a little bit, it's practically an entirely different game. It's got its core elements that still makes it RuneScape, but when it comes down to it, it's not really RuneScape anymore. The wilderness isn't really the wilderness anymore. Free trade isn't really even free trade anymore. The Grand Exchange was released, I think, a little bit before they got rid of the free trade limits. I mean, before they put the free trade limits on there for the friends. But Has that ruined the game? No, it's sped it up. It's definitely sped up the game. And I think the Grand Exchange was still a great expansion onto it today. So here's my dilemma for what would make 2013 good or bad. First of all, the company Jagex, these guys aren't the oldest company. So you can obviously expect that they don't make the best decisions because they're not seasoned enough to make good decisions a majority of the time. Of course, for some things to change for the way that we want to see them, they might just have to do less updates every month. I would be perfectly content if we saw 24 updates a year. That would be 2 updates a month instead of 3 to 4. It gets more developers on certain updates so they don't become dead content right away. And with more developers on the team, that doesn't mean they should be putting more updates out a week. It means they should be putting more time into their updates and making sure they're not dead content and making sure they don't have to nerf something when it comes out. So in 2013, with their increased staff, with people not working on EOC at the moment, will it be better? Well, my prediction right now is the first half, it's going to be okay. It's going to be better than 2012, which isn't saying a whole lot, but the increase will start to show in new players starting to come in. But once we get to the second half, I think it's just going to explode. And from there into 2014, the game's just going to be great. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have new skills. We're going to have that elf quest coming at the end of the year to the beginning of the next year. There's just so many things that are going to be coming. And that is why I think 2013 will be a great year. And 2014 will be even a better year if it builds off of 2013. Where we could see a reverse in the amount of people playing the game going down to going up big time. We haven't seen that raise in a long time. This isn't the same game anymore, and it's time to see new people start to play this game. And I'm really, really excited for it. So tell me what you guys think about what you think 2013 has in store. Do you think it's going to be a great year? Do you think it's going to be a terrible year? It's going to be worse than 2012? Or do you think it's just going to be another year? Please leave your comment in the comment section below, and please subscribe. I would really like it if you guys could help spread this video around, because I want to see everyone's opinion on 2013, because it's a really interesting topic, and everyone, yeah, it's going to be awesome, okay? We'll see you guys next time.